to Hospitality Property School. You are listening to Hospitality Property School with your host, Jerry McPherson. Welcome to another edition of Hospitality Property School. I'm your host, Jerry McPherson, and today we're going to talk about wowing your guests. Now, how often do you hear your guests say wow about your property? Do you take the time to find ways to wow your guests? If you hear your guests say wow every day about your property and the services they receive, then you're on the right track and there is no need to listen to this podcast. If this is not the case, then I have a couple of ways for you to start wowing your guests so they'll want to return. The essence of being a great host is to show your guests you care and that they are your number one concern. To begin with, smile. And I don't mean just in person. Smile when talking on the phone. You might have heard that you can hear a smile. Well, you can also hear a frown. Have the appropriate check-in software in place. A good check-in system will help you make sure that your guest's second, third, and 100th visit is as good as their first. A quality check-in system should enable you to build a profile for your guests that you can use for every visit. The upfront costs for such a system might be high, but if you use it properly, you will recoup your investment with return guests in no time. Hire the right staff. As I had mentioned in past podcasts, emotional skill cannot be taught. You can't give your staff a wish to bend over backwards for your customers. Find staff that can be empathetic with your guests. Have the right systems and tools in place in order for them to deliver first-class service, and empower them with the confidence and authority to deal with complaints properly. Know your guests. Learn your returning guests' names and use them. Also, teach your staff so they can recognize and remember loyal guests. This will form an immediate sense of hospitality that they will certainly find flattering. After check-in, once you've given a decent time for your guests to settle in their room, an employee could check with the guest to make sure everything is in order and acceptable. During this check-in, ask if there are any other requests that they may have forgotten during the check-in. This is a great opportunity for an upsell. Be available. Be on hand in your hospitality property and have personal contact with your guests to build rapport and confidence. Get to know and listen to your guests. They'll be far more likely to tell you what they want if they know you and what would encourage them to come back. Be flexible. Don't be so constrained by your own rules that you can't extend a breakfast for a guest who may wish to sleep in or extend a checkout to somebody who has a late flight. Most of the time, this would not be a big problem, and if it means your guests enjoyed their stay and will tell others, it is worth the effort. Leave them with a last impression. Make certain they realize you appreciate their business, and an earnest thank you from you can go a long way. Give them a little memento from your property or your region to take home as a lasting reminder. Walk them outside. When your guests have checked out, and if possible, you or an employee should walk them out the door, like you would do with a close friend when they are leaving your home. A warm smile and a handshake can go a long way to encourage your guests to return. Well, that is our time for today. To find out more ways to wow your guests, check out our training tutorials at KeystoneHospitalityDevelopment.com. Now, I'd like to hear about ways you wow your guests. If you would like to share or have any questions or feedback, leave them in the comments section of the show notes at KeystoneHospitalityDevelopment.com/KHDC018. That's Keystone Hospitality Development Consulting, Episode 18. Well, that's it for today's session of Hospitality Property School. We do appreciate your comments, and if you have any topic ideas, please reach out to us on Facebook at facebook.com/KeystoneHDC, on Twitter at twitter.com/KeystoneHDC, or by email at info@KeystoneHospitalityDevelopment.com. As always, Let's work together to put heads in your beds. Until next time, have a fun day. This session of Hospitality Property School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe so as not to miss any hospitality property tactics and strategies that will help you find the success you have always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best content possible. We will see you next time, right here in Hospitality Property School.